exposed to ash or create injuries from something the nature of the touch. Multiple fires erupting simultaneously across the system. LA Times reported submitted to ocean air mass from the state, and 6,000 residents are demanding immediate recall. Here's the real question: California burns. Fires did as a $50 million program to which front? America used to be a California oil state and about human prosperity, just like this man's choice. Financial foundations under the home, a home that reached natural conflict as the sun fade, giving the gas.
Yo, Mr. Bill. How you doing, buddy? How's mom doing? Good, 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 good. Good to hear. I'm stoned as fuck. Did you go through all your cheesecakes? Just smoked a baby cheddar. There's none left. Here we go, money.
People impacted by this fire will receive one-time payment of $770.
$770
Purchase things like water.
for your $5 million home, dude.
Nearly 6,000 survivors have registered to do just that. And $5.1 million has gone out.
Okay, so I guess I was pretty close. I said 750. Joe Biden said 770. Yeah, that's basically it. And the Newsom body count climbs to 24 as Los Angeles wildfires rage out of control. Intensifying winds are fueling the inferno of Gavin Newsom's failed policy to leave Californians to burn. This is not nature. This is negligence, and the blood is on his hands. Now we have this. This is just 7 hours ago. LA Times owner Dr. Patrick Soon-Shiong says it was a mistake for his paper to endorse Karen Bass. He says competent people should be elected, not professional politicians. Let's listen in.
We admit that. First of all, we'll accept on that, right? So at the LA Times, we endorse Karen Bass. I think right now, Frank, that's a mistake. We admit that. So I thought it was very important early on for me to come
Getting 100.
And I think we were one of the few to say
$100 skid plate for my bike.
maybe 23 million views.
Got it ordered now.
That was
Thanks. Thank fucking God.
Whether you're right or left. And it's an interesting thing. I said, maybe we should think about how we on the basis of did they actually run a job? Did they actually make a payroll? Do they understand what it is? And rather than having professional politicians whose only job is really to work their blocks, no, there's nothing, I'm not going to be disparaging, but I think we're at the stage now of the nation and the world. There's many things we talk about in healthcare. But we really need people who will understand how it affects a man in the street, how it affects the working type of person. And I think President Trump in this election has understood that.
Yes. He understood that fucking 4 years ago, asshole.
Addressing the problems of the man on the street.
But everybody wanted Sleepy Joe.
And I'm glad that that's been taken up.
I had too much.
It's almost a meme now.
With no
Well,
skid
they
plate.
have basically withdrawn their support for Karen Bass. And now we are learning that now 40 arrested in the Palisade Fire evacuation zone. Look at those glorious mugshots of all those crooks. Not quite 40 in that picture, but, the number's going to continue to rise. Los Angeles DA has announced charges against looters, including stealing an Emmy award.
Hockman. We're listening to Sheriff Robert Luna there talking a little bit about what his department is doing as well. Again, this has been a multi-agency effort here to try and keep people safe amid these disastrous wildfires. What you did hear a little bit earlier there from the newly elected Los Angeles County District Attorney Nathan Hockman is his effort here to keep his word, to keep his promise to the people of Southern California that he will prosecute people that are taking advantage of this situation. He noted that there are now 10 people facing charges. 9 of them in connection to looting and 1 in connection to arson. Now, this connection to arson, I think it's important to highlight here, is this is an incident that he says happened in Azusa, California. So it isn't connected right now to some of these big fires that we saw immediately. We know that initially they were investigating the Kenneth fire that sparked off near the Calabasas area. They were investigating that as arson as well. And he noted here that that person who is facing these arson charges is looking at potentially 9 years in prison. But looting is certainly top of mind for so many people in this area. I want to bring in ABC's Matt Rivers. He's out here in Altadena, not that far from me. And Matt, if you were able to hear authorities just talk about what they're dealing with here in Altadena, they noted here that there are several people that are facing charges in connection to looting incidents that happened out here in Altadena. And he noted one in particular that people went into 2 different homes, and Matt, at one point he says they stole an Emmy Award from someone. I mean, this is just so offensive to people here who are just literally picking up the mess of their lives.
Yeah, it's a reminder that we are in Los Angeles when it is an Emmy Award that gets stolen. Yeah. But, each one of these houses, still, even though there's so much destruction, Kata, behind me, house after house, almost there's nothing left. It has not stopped people from trying to come in and pick through the rubble here to see what they can find and take advantage of the situation. I will say, having been out here now for the better part of a week, here every single day, as I know you've been, the law enforcement presence is immense. In fact, just as we were coming on here, 2 people from the FBI just drove by. Right before that, it was the sheriffs. We had to pass by National Guard troops. So when we're hearing officials say there is 0 tolerance for this kind of thing, it seems like they're backing up the words with actions, both with those prosecutions and also with the amount of resources that have been deployed in and around this area. We've been here in the middle of the night. We've been here in the middle.
Someone stole an Emmy Award. Here is Elon Musk, and he has deployed Starlink. This looks like a live stream that he gave. Let's take a look.
Steve, we're here with the fire prevention team at Palisades Fire.
Hey guys.
Let's see. So this is I was asked if we could bring some more Starlinks here, so we brought some more Starlinks here, and I'm just here with the team, and they're going to provide a briefing of the Palisades Fire. Steve.
Nice. Elon Musk dropping off some more Starlinks and Palisades. Amid historic wildfires, California Democrats decided to prioritize a $50 million deal to resist Trump. Talk about misplaced priorities. Sarah Carter reporting that. And then we have this from New York Post. California Governor Gavin Newsom had $100 million for fire prevention before the deadly wildfires. Let's dig a little bit deeper into the New York Post, see what they had to say. Bound California Governor Gavin Newsom slashed funding earmarked for fighting wildfires. More than $100 million this fiscal year. Review of the state's budget found the lefty polls fiscal 2025 budget signed in June eliminated $101 million from 7 wildfire and forest resilience programs. That is according to Newsweek. Holy cow! Included cutting $5 million from California Fire. Now $129 million budget for fuel reduction teams, including funds used by the state's National Guard for vegetation management work aimed at reducing threats of fires igniting and spreading. So there you have it. Gavin Newsom, $100 million slashed from the budget, and look what happens when you slash that money. The city goes up in flames. And then we have this, A.G. Hamilton, absolutely shameful. California had the highest taxes in the country. The reason they have budget shortfalls is that incompetent leaders with backwards priorities has nothing to do with people not paying their fair share. Eric Avenante said, posting about Maxine Waters, California rep, my favorite representative of California, talking with my goodness, I'm going to take
politics. Instead of discussing about Democrats or Republicans, get the information up on the screen. Where can you go in Altadena? Where can you go in Pasadena? Where can you go in Malibu? Where can you go in the Palisades? Where can you go in San Fernando Valley? They don't know. They're looking for help, and that's what we should be dedicated to.
I agree.
And you too.
We are doing it. We will continue to do it. I think you are right. However, it can also be seen that you don't want to talk about the politics because it's on your party, because the mayor and the governor are Democrats who arguably should have the people now to be better prepared for this. They should have the resources more available.
Your current version, which is outdated, the firmware is one in March.
Is it too soon? Maybe. The questions are real.
I'm not in the business of protecting anybody. And I think that my work over the years that I've been involved has been absolutely on point in dealing what has to be dealt with and going to help the people. First thing you gotta understand is services cost money.
Here. Oh my God. Okay. Here. Product support. S2. Somewhere. Open. Save. Yeah. Close. Okay. Yeah. Update process. Follow the firmware update instructions. Typically, this involves sending the firmware file.
It's time to upgrade the firmware on the ORTUR Laser Master and Laser Master 2 machines. I'm going to show you how to do that in 5 minutes or less. My name's Jim, and this is the
come on.
10. And I'm going to show you how to have to do this on a Windows machine. You cannot use a Mac to do this. Please don't use a Mac to do this. Keep the warning, Windows only. I'm sorry, Mac users, but that's what they did, and that's how the firmware is. Just please use a Windows machine to do this. Number 2, because we're changing cores from 1.1F to 1.1H in Dribble, that is going to erase all the settings that you have. If you've done any custom settings, keep track of them, and you'll have to re-add them after this is done. So why would we do this? Why would we upgrade the firmware anyways? Well, I tell you what, there's a couple reasons. Number 1, they introduced some fixes. They fixed the laser pause and resume issues. That's going to be for both boards. And the second thing they corrected was the false positive checks on the Pro motherboards. There's a couple different motherboards, and if you have a Pro model, you probably already know it. In the instructions, they actually show you the difference. It's the buttons are turned different on the front control. But either way, it's going to fix some issues on the firmware. The second reason is because they've actually added some improvements. They are upgrading the Gerbil core, the GRBL core, from 1.1F to 1.1H, which is a newer version of the Gerbil core. Added optimization for the USB driver library in the attempt to address disconnect issue alarms, the alarm 3 thing. They also added a fan delay shutdown function, which the fan will remain going from 30 to 120 seconds based upon the length of your total burn. The fan will keep going to cool down that laser. So that's a really cool function. They also introduced a G-Shock algorithm, is what they call it, which is a new algorithm that reduces the amount of false positives. It's time to update. It doesn't take long. Like I said, 5 minutes or less. Let's do it. So the first thing you want to do is go to the website. The link will be in the description below for the website, and it'll take you to this page. When you're here, if you look through this page laser that you have. You can, if you want, just like download the file in a zip form that we did in Windows 10. You open it. Now you can use multiple. Do is right click that zip file and hit extract. There is a firmware instructions PDF, a bin file, and the changes, a text document that tells you the changes I just went through. The PDF is really cool if you open the instructions. You see in the center of the screen right now, so the max for the 1 point is going to depend on the other, and we're going to do that now. So we're at the laser, and it's kind of hard to see with the black on black buttons, but there's the power button here and the reset button here. The instructions say we need to hold the power button down for 5 seconds, and then keep holding it and tap the reset button. When we do that, we should see a drive pop up on the computer. Now the laser is completely off at this time. I'm going to try that now. So I'm going to press the power button in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm going to touch that. On the computer, I just saw a folder pop up. So let's go check that out. As you can see, a window popped up. In my case, it says ORTUR Laser and the drive G. In your case, it might be a different drive. That's okay. What we need to do is copy the bin folder, the .bin folder, right to the root of this drive here. So I'm going to go up here, I'm going to click on this, and I'm going to right click and click copy. On the left side here, you'll see ORTUR Laser G. If you don't see this, you can click on this PC right here, and that will take you to all the drives. You'll find the ORTUR Laser drive here, and if you click on that, we want to paste that bin file, that bin file, right in here. So we're going to do that, right click and then hit paste, and that should copy the file up. And as you saw, it didn't take long. It only took a couple seconds there. Now what we're going to do is go back to the laser and just touch that reset button, and I'll show you that now. Okay, we're back at the laser here, and again, power on the right, reset on the left. In my case, if you have the other board, they're up and down. So I'm just going to touch the reset button here, and that'll shut the laser off. Now what I want to do is hold this button down and power the laser back on. And it'll home just like that, so that firmware automatically will load itself up when you turn the laser back on. So we held the reset button and it powered the laser off. Then we powered the laser back on with the power button and it homed. Now we're going to go back to the computer and see if our firmware updated. So I've opened Lightburn up. So in the instructions in that PDF file, it goes through how to do this in Laser Gerbil or Laser GRBL, however you want to say it, or Lightburn. And as you know from my previous videos, I use Lightburn. I love Lightburn. So what we're going to do is open Lightburn up. When you do that, you'll hear the laser home. And then you want to come to devices. Now, make sure you're on the newest version of Lightburn. If you look up in the top left, it's 0.9.20. And you want to make sure you're on the newest version of Lightburn all the time, because they do some really cool stuff. But in this case, because this might be different from previous versions, what I'm going to do is just right-click devices. It's going to home the laser. And as you see, I've done it a couple times, but as you see here, it'll say this is an ORTUR Laser. It's a Laser Master 2. It's OLF firmware 140. Now that is the newest firmware. You want to make sure that says OLF 140. We're good. So since the firmware is good, what we need to do is clear the EEPROM. Again, this is absolutely going to clear out any custom things you've done, and you'll need to re-enter them. So make sure you save it before you do the firmware process. What we need to do is paste the code you see here, which is a $, and then capital R, capital S, capital T, equals, and an asterisk. I'm going to hit enter, and when I do that, it's going to say message, restoring defaults. Okay, Laser Master 2 ready, OLF 140. It says Gerbil 1.1H, which is great, and we are done. You've officially upgraded the firmware on your Laser Master or your Laser Master 2 lasers, and that's all you have to do. So that's it. You've officially upgraded your firmware on the Laser Master or Laser Master 2 lasers, and it's super easy to do. I hope this video helped out, and don't forget, if you had any custom settings, you need to go back and enter those now. Other than that, we are completely finished. The firmware's upgraded. You saw it was OLF 140, and that's great. Well, I hope you guys got some value out of this upgrade back easily. It's restoring. I'm going to hit enter.
climate change worry a lot. You go back to 1991, it was 35%. Now it was a little bit higher in 2007, a little bit higher in 2020. But look at this, in 2023, the last time we updated,
dollar sign R
significantly different from this 35% back in 1991. So despite
ST equals
Americans are really no more worried
ST
about climate change than they were.
equals
What is that? Now nearly 35 years ago? I mean, there's just no real trend line here.
And when I do equals and an asterisk, I'm going to hit enter. And when I do that, it's going to say message restoring defaults. Okay, Laser Master 2 ready, OLF 140. It says Gerbil 1.1H, which is great. And we are done. You've officially upgraded the firmware on your Laser Master or your Laser Master 2 lasers. And that's all you have to do. So that's it. You've officially upgraded your firmware on the Laser Master or Laser Master 2 lasers. And it's super easy to do. I hope this video helped out. And don't forget, if you had any custom settings, you need to go back and enter those now. Other than that, we are completely finished. The firmware's upgraded. You saw it was OLF 140, and that's great. Well, I hope you guys got some value out of the video today. If you did, please hit that subscribe button below. It doesn't cost you anything, and it means the world to my channel. I really appreciate it. Well, I hope you guys learned something today, and as always, keep burning. What's up, everybody? I hope you liked the video. If you did, give me that thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button right here, and click that little bell if you want to be notified anytime we go live on Hot Mix on Monday nights, or a great video like this comes out. Have you seen the rest of the laser playlist? It's right here.
5,000.
See, it goes. And here's the undocumented climate changer right there. It's getting requested, citizens request. And then we have this really 2 million illegals in California.
Okay.
Providing them shelter, meals, health insurance, and cash. Padres get your pass on that. Cause Netflix, get out from the tax paid hotels.
Okay.
Firefighters and cutting lines to in those mountains.
Juju.
Stop fire spread.
Okay.
Unbelievable. And it continues. Here we have Barry Weiss. Torsten Cocknell says, Barry Weiss is absolutely right. California's leaders have abandoned the basics of governance and instead suffering because of it.
Basic. Los Angeles is being governed, the state of California is being governed by people who have lost sight of the basics of government. They have lost sight of the idea that we pay you tax so that you take care of basics for us. And nothing could be more basic than preventing the burning down of, as you just said in your introduction, an area twice the size of Manhattan. Right? It's hard to conceive of how big this is. I love those text messages. Almost everyone we know has evacuated their homes. We know people that have lost their homes. And the reason that there's so little trust, and the reason that you saw in that clip that mother confronted Governor Newsom with such rage is because there's so much that led up to this moment. Just to choose one example, in our neighborhood, middle-class neighborhoods in LA, not just really big, the police, if you called them for a robbery, there were many, many robberies in our neighborhood, they would take an hour, sometimes 2 hours to show up. It would become almost like Brazil. It would become normal for middle-class people, upper-middle-class people, to pay for private security, despite the fact that they were paying enormously high taxes on it. So was it the fact that the city cut the spending in the fire department by $17 million? Was it the fact that they were spending more on homelessness initiatives than on preventing fire? Was it look, I don't know. What I know is that the broader context in which this fire is happening is a context of total incompetency and leaders who are facing niche mystery issues, ideological issues, over and above the most fundamental things, keeping you and your family safe from crime, keeping you and your family safe from fire. It's a job. That's it.
That's the job. That's the job. Gavin Newsom, Gail, she says, Newsom is an individual liar. He's a bad liar. He's caught with his lies. He just doubles
Clear,
down.
print and cut,
He says he's a
close.
she wants to listen in knowing that there's no cell service.
Delete that.
He totally lied to her.
Delete that.
Remember that? And then we have this Santa Ana on high alert. Dangerous winds forecast to resume. All fire. Severe.
Let's see how it works.
Will continue through Wednesday. Please be assured that all fire departments and all law enforcement agencies in the area will be prepared. The anticipated winds combined with low humidities and low fuel moistures will keep fire threat in all of Los Angeles County critical. For the Altadena area, we are in the third day of grid searching. It is a very grim task, and we, unfortunately, every day we're doing this, we're running across the remains of individuals.
Wake up, Mike. Mike. Mike, wake up.
I believe that work is not only going to continue, but I think to find remains. So please be patient with us. People are saying, I just want to go look at my house. I want to see what's left. We know that. But we have people literally looking for the remains of your neighbors. Now, as all this is happening, you forget what's happening in Western. Remember that hurricane, flooding, the disaster that ravaged that region? All those people now enduring the harsh winter in the mountains. And where's FEMA? So FEMA's getting ready to kick all these people out of prison. This one, she is Eric says these people are evil. They need to be held accountable. They should do things better. They love California so much they should burn entire paying electric California. It burns every year since the land management stopped taking this country back. So that's the process. Listen to this.
All you bureaucrats in DC right now, I want you to listen to me when I say this. El Paso here did a woman's form, okay? 4 months. 4 freaking months that the people of Tennessee and North Carolina have been fighting to get back up on their feet. They have lost loved ones. They have lost every freaking thing. People are still passing away. They're living in tents in the freaking cold snow. 4 months have been fighting with y'all. And all you wanted to do is deny. You didn't even show up. You were not meeting each other. You tried to throw us in jail. It's been rampage after rampage after freaking rampage. And right now, I want to tell you, 17 different ways from Sunday. I'm going to cuss you the hell out, but I'm not going to. Because I'm going to be a bigger person and a better person. And I'm going to take every bit of this freaking anger and I'm going to retard it and I'm going to get so deep into this for my people. You don't know when this freaking started.
People in Western North Carolina, they are absolutely pissed. And then we have this. Holy cow. Who could, can you guys see this? Gavin Newsom, look at him. He is just giddy with joy. Why is he giddy with joy? Oh, listen. To move those things, just talking to Josh Green, the governor down in Hawaii, about some ideas about some land use concerns he has around speculators coming in, buying up properties, and the like. So we're already working with our legal teams to.
Did I call it or not?
We'll be just talking to Josh Green.
Did I call that? Did I call that, Bill? Were you here that night? Yeah, you were egging me on, weren't you? With my rant. Calm down. Did I call it or what, dude? Did I call it? Did I call it? Remember my rant about intimate domain? You woke me up. Listen, dude. Listen.
Gavin Newsom, look at him. He is just giddy with joy. Why is he giddy with joy?
I called it, motherfucker.
Oh, listen.
to move those things. Just talking to Josh Green, the governor down in Hawaii, on some ideas around some land use concerns he has around speculators coming in, buying up properties, and the like. So we're already working with our legal teams to move those things forward, and we'll be just talking to Josh Green, the governor.
So he's talking to who?
Down in Hawaii, on some ideas around some land use concerns he has around speculators coming in.
Hawaiian land speculators. Remember that big fire? Oh, and now look at how happy he looks. He's over.
So you got people in Hawaii that want to buy up land in California. God damn it, DJ.
Joy that these land speculators are coming.
God damn it, DJ.
Completely take over California.
I fucking hate when you're right.
They got the Smart LA 2028 grid getting ready to lay down. Oh yes, it's about turn back better. That's the term we should all be talking about.
I fucking knew it.
Executive order suspending the permitting review process. You got Smart LA, you got Gavin Newsom absolutely giddy about turn back better for this new smart grid. Here.
We are taking your land because you can't build your house here. Therefore, it belongs to California, and we are selling it to somebody else.
And what did Elvis say? That crisis will be fixed.
Los Angeles will be host to the World Cup, then the Super Bowl, and then the Olympics. With this rebuilding effort needing to take place, is LA going to be ready for all that? My humble position, and it's not just being naively optimistic. That only reinforces the imperative moving quickly, doing the spirit of collaboration and cooperation.
For fuck's sake.
Country's credit was helpful in getting the Olympics to the United States of America, to get it down here in LA. Thank him for that. This is an opportunity for him to shine, for this country to shine, for California and this community to shine. The opportunity with all of that and all that opportunity and that pride and spirit that comes from not just hosting this big iconic gaming venue, but also the opportunity to rebuild at the same time. And that's why we're already organizing.
I fucking knew it.
Team of reimagining LA 2.0. We're making sure everyone's included, not just folks on the coast, people here that we're rocking about. Can you just sit and organize an emotional plan for the rebuild of California? What is that? Before we just start the layout. I mean, we're still covered with fires. So
What does that mean? If you can't afford to build your home back, your $5 million home, we are taking your land and we will sell it. California 2.0. I'm going broke because my motorcycle, but I love it. No wonder you smoke.
Getting ready for Los Angeles 2.0 already. You're already laying down the blueprints to rebuild. And he's already consulting with Hawaii about the land speculation. He is excited about the process.
So Hawaii is going to start buying up California land. You heard it here. And then Biden's going to give you $750 for your lost home. Callaway. Here we go. Here's a recap. Here's a recap.
Just keep praying, folks. Pray for the people of Los Angeles, and do not forget the people of Western North Carolina. Now look at what's happening in California. We have a governor who cut fire prevention funding, the mayor facing recall, mysterious fires erupting simultaneously across LA. The LA Times owner is admittedly that they backed the wrong horse and looters are stealing Emmy Awards while homes burn. But here's what they don't want you to think about. Why are these fires starting at exactly the same time in different locations? Gavin Newsom already talking about building back better before the flames are even out. This next question for our viewers. Are these coordinated fires part of the larger agenda to remake Los Angeles? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And suit up in our exclusive Mag Avengers gear.
Huh. That sounds an awful like what DJ was talking about. That's odd. That's really odd.
Threat number one was the fire. It's slowing down. Great. You're not relaxed. There's no time for tears yet. No crying, no nothing. This is game time.
What do I do?
Human beings are apex
It's
predators.
out of your control. You're just getting into places,
When your industry to try to create division and to try to
talk about it, and 10 days later, it's in the news. Nothing odd about it. It's been happening for years. I know. It just fucking pisses me off that they get away with it.
I know we dealt with it. We just assume in Florida, anytime something happens, it's going to be politicized by the media. So you guys sitting in judgment of Donald Trump, I mean, excuse me, I think your track record of politicizing these things is very, very bad.
What you're exactly about what's happening right now is hundreds of people trying to get out of place here on both sides of the road. Very little visibility. Many abandoning their vehicles to flee on foot.
Police started telling everybody, get out of your car, into your car, you want to risk.
People are aware. Cops, nobody's responding to crimes right now. Everything is going to be covered and overlooked by this whole fire that's happening. People are already breaking into businesses, breaking into houses, harming other people, unaliving other people, because nobody's going to take the time. There's too much happening for people to look at. Oh, this person's not breathing no more. Was it a red rum or was it the devastation? There's too many things to be focused on. All crime, no one's there to help you right now.
The crime that he's referring to not only isolated to domestic altercations.
We either got to accept
crimes being committed by our own government, and the victims don't even know yet that they actually voted.
All right, so yesterday we told you all about how we think these fires started and why they didn't have the resources and equipment or the water, the ability to build it back. But the next problem LA will face
pussies we have here.
why won't they be able to build?
Speak about those active duty military that are ready to be deployed. Secretary Austin, the Pentagon authorized 10 helicopters, 500 Marines back on Thursday. How is it? My understanding is, as of now, correct me if I'm wrong, California hasn't made the request to use them yet. Why is that?
These fires are bad. They're on the watch of Democrats. Democrats should be to blame.
I'm not into that. I'm not into the blame game. We should be willing to get the richest people in this country, the richest 1% that is protected, make sure they pay their fair taxes,
In 2020, California voters approved a delegation that said that if the house burns down in a fire, you can transfer the tax basis of that property to something that you buy or something that you go living to do. And 2 years in California to build a property, that's not very much at all, sadly, especially for a very large house, especially for a house of this caliber, of the house of the
Oh my God.
So that's that. In theory, I think it was a good thing to help reduce the financial devastation that these people are going to experience.
The truckers tried. They got shut down. Yeah, I remember that. I was sitting up night after night watching the protests of the truckers in Canada. Until your asshole stepped in and said, listen, if you don't stop, you're going to lose your job, you're going to lose your truck, everything you own. Which is bullshit. I was watching truckers getting arrested. It was bullshit, dude.
Californians can't afford a market rate for insurance on their homes because their home values doubled while they owned it, and rebuilding in this state costs 200% of the home's value. It would take perhaps a 75% drop in home values and a 50% drop in rebuilding costs to make insurance affordable. And you can't get there from here. It's actually an interesting dilemma, the dynamic. And it doesn't even include the future added increased costs to build, which is going up. And I'm going to share that with you guys here in just a moment. You want to add on even more? It's transportation of building materials and just the workforce, as it needs to be done by battery-powered, non-gas powered vehicles. That's going to cost more money too. It is important that I share with you the community notes left by those on X where readers added context to this video on another post, which says this is a result of the rules of Proposition 19 in 2020, not a separate new law. And if Proposition 19 is not in effect, homeowners attempting to rebuild after a disaster will face an immediate reassessment of their property instead of after 2 years. But wait, there's more. If you live in Pacific Palisades, you paid your dues. Doctors, lawyers, agents, entrepreneurs, etc. You believed in the American dream and paid your taxes. You trusted the system, and then you adopted luxury beliefs like affirmative action, DEI, and climate change, science. And they fooled you. It's time to wake up.
However, it can also be seen that you don't want to talk about the politics because it's on your party, because the mayor and the governor are Democrats who arguably should have had the people.
I know. It's ridiculous how people still... I don't know, man. I don't understand. People are still support Joe Biden. Why? Why? I don't fucking get it, dude.
Has been absolutely on point in dealing with what has to be dealt with in order to help the people.
You know, I have to defer to the incident commanders, right? The incident commanders on the ground know what the needs are, where they need to put people. And often in these situations, it's very strategic. It's not necessarily about always putting more people on that. We have to make sure that it's safe. And you can only have so much aircraft in the airspace. And so they would have the specifics about the strategies that they're using, but we want to make sure that we're not late to need. And if they have that need, they can move them in.
And speaking of fire safety, you can't make this stuff up, folks. Only in California, only in Gavin Newsom's California, only in a Biden-Harris Democrat America who dodged that bullet. Hot dog vendor was out feeding the firefighters out of the kindness of his heart, free of charge. And some dickhead called it
everybody know they come over here. Linden Live, thank you for the lighting pole. Some of the Cecilia Catalina just told me right now, guys, that they were asking me to do selling, so we're not allowed to sell. So, you know, we're not selling, we're volunteering. We just want to see the people that lost their homes, that they got affected, and, you know, the first responders and all that. Well, you already told them. You said they just needed to stay. Yes, Mama, thank you. They said they just needed to stay.
So, protect you and yours at all costs. And I mean all costs. All that is like, that everybody got in 2024, you want to crash out safety. This is not a time to relax. This is not a time to chill out. This is about to become a fight for resources, and you're also going to be dealing with people in the society of LA. All these homeless people, they've waited for their moment. This is their time to shine. They're already breaking in 2018, stealing. People are setting more fires just because they want to watch the shit go down.
A bulldozer brought in circular path, pushing dozens of cars out the way. Smoke from the growing fire darkening the skies. This man breaking down, desperate to reach his dogs.
I've been turning into the house inside out.
Later, reunited and safely saved. Overnight, a high school up in flames. Fire hitting some of California's most famed areas.
Anyways, enough pissing me off. And let's smoke. Yeah. Joe Biden's like to go. Dope. And then 2 days ago, when both of them heightened the 3D third place. Yeah? Biden just needs to go in a fucking retirement home. I swear to God. I think his son's giving him coke. I'm just like, it's dementia. Yeah. Oh, fuck.
Let's fast forward a little bit of the story there, because I think this section coming up here, we're talking about the rebels versus the shows. This is what I want to share with you. I think we've got the gist here. There's obviously a lot more to watch. Amazing job as but they did a very nice job for the story. So let's look at a cow fiber. Now, I've been looking at some resources. One thing that I want you to take away from this video is actually a few different resources. Really three in particular. We're going to get there in a second. But I want you to watch just quickly this cow fiber. And what they've got set up here is two test houses. Well, just have my power on the top of here. Two test houses. The one on the left is really kind of standard construction. It's like wood, some type of wood siding, standard construction. Normal mulch bed. The house on the right, I suspect, is probably like a James Hardy fiber cement or Alora fiber cement. And notice that there's a rock bed around, and also look specifically at the fence types. The one on the left has a wood fence. The one on the right, an open metal fence, not combustible. So basically, the house on the right has a 5-foot defensible space around the house. And you notice all they did was kind of light the mulch a little bit, and then the wings, and then obviously these fans are not going under that. This is not the same as we saw a second ago. But check out that last one. We're talking 12 minutes until that fence is shown level. And here at 13 minutes, the house is basically absolutely down. You still see stars that are running with thicker wood, but that's it. The house in the right hand appears to be basically the same type of fire. The difference was with the defensible space. Okay, now, we've been thinking about one floor, moving floor. Let's look at these two houses. One of them, crazy enough, is Tom Hanks' personal house. We all know and love this outfit. And This is an image of his house. And it looks to me like there were some other houses that survived hard to tell what's happening over here on the right. But this house behind absolutely shrunk. And I don't know what's happening with the green in this area. It looks to me like Tom is downhill from some fire. And every report that I heard said that the fire in the wind was
DJ!
which is a little different, right? Most of the time the wind
What?
goes up. And these were like 70, 60.
What, Bill?
Coming on a
What?
downhill.
Nobody's fucking in here. It's weird. One time I got high, I seriously thought I could speak Norwegian.
And a flat roof here, possibly with a ballast. It's a little hard to tell from this cheeky photo, but you know what a ballast is? It's where you do let's say a TPO or a PVC roof, maybe a Kemper roof. You put some type of rock on top of it, and the rock keeps the UV rays off the roof membrane, and it's a backflow longer. Well, that rock is also non-combustible. And in general, a lot of the flat roofs, let's say a PVC roof, you get a Class A in the front, which is the highest fire rate. The other thing you're going to notice on Tom's house, there's no traditional attic space. It looks to be a contemporary, relatively flat roof. So my guess is there's no soffit vents around this house. It looks to be hardly any overhangs. And, kind of a green lawn on that downhill side. On the uphill side, it looks like there's a concrete barrier, maybe, holding back a hillside. Hard to say exactly, but it's got some defensible space. It doesn't appear to have any soffit vents, which would let in some embers. And again, metal and...
Embrace the journey.
Cereal. All right. Seven. Oh. Wow. I get smarter. Alright. Unfortunately, I have to get going. You weren't here last night, but I gotta go into work early because We have a contractor coming in to replace a mixing valve on the new boilers. They replaced the boilers, but not most of the piping, so one of the mixing valves is seized up. So it's not cooling the water down like it should be. 57%. So you behave. Stop spending money you don't have. Dump this, throw that there. All right, bud. Have a good night, day, morning. I don't know. We'll catch you later.